Hi there, Cosmic Family. My name is Jahliali. In this incarnation, today I wanted to leave a reflection on confidence and trust because these concepts are totally associated with the last eclipse in Taurus that we are going to experiment, that we are already experimenting, and also these messages for whatever part of the process you needed. So, confidence is actually a natural state of the original self. What I'm trying to say is that our soul, from its higher dimensions, sees, perceives, and feels every instant of every quantic line, of every multiverse, as something that is perfect, as a passage that should be transited that way. But when we incarnate in here, in this density, in this material plane as humans, then we could experiment a lack of trust in ourselves in parts of the process. I mean, there were incarnated ascended masters that incarnated in here, that illuminated themselves in here, and they had moments of doubt. So this emerges as part of the experimentation of duality. But, usually the lack of trust in ourselves and the lack of trust in life, in the processes of life, comes from old stories from the past, experiences that we had and that we bring to the present once and again, and many times they prompt us to repeat unwanted stories. So, as a self-fulfilling prophecy many times. But the truth is that lack of trust, lack of confidence can act as a great ego resistance in many moments, especially when we are experimenting obstacles, when life is not presenting the way that we expected. That's an obstacle at the end. So this could become a great resistance because we are disconnecting ourselves from the soul and from the higher dimensions or from our higher self, whatever you want to call it, and we start to see obstacles as limitant factors that are pushing us away from everything that we are desiring. But this is not true because we have created those obstacles in first place in order to grow in consciousness, in order to grow spiritually. And also when we integrate those experiences, then those obstacles, those moments actually makes us closer to the desires of the soul, not the desires of the ego. They are different. So to develop trust in ourselves, to develop trust in our authenticity, to trust in our steps, in our voice, is a process too. Is a daily practice. And this requires a lot of honesty with ourselves to recognize every voice that is keeping us away from feeling that confidence, and all, of course, to change that internal dialogue. And we know that this takes time. This is going to be different for everyone, but to develop confidence also requires to make mistakes, to learn how to hear ourselves better, to fall, and many times to start all over again, maybe many times in one life. So I think that when we encourage ourselves to keep moving forward, appealing to this inner light, to this inner guidance, integrating those experiences, I think that confidence emerges alone somehow, like a lotus flower in the mud. So I just wanted to leave this reflection today. Thank you, everyone, and see you in the next video. Ciao, ciao.